Hello everyone and welcome to the video on how to take an order on Inspection Support Network. After you've logged into your Inspection Support Network, go up to Inspections and Inspection Order Form, and you'll see our order form. Let's start with address. You notice my address on Knollwood has a small K and my L and V for Las Vegas are small, but after I put enough information in, the check address box came up. Once the check address box comes up, click on the check address box and you'll see a map as the inspection support technology ties you into Google. Click on Use Validated Address and you'll notice that all the information from Google pushes into your address, city, state, zip code, and county. This information is very important because this information pushes into your agreements, into your emails, and all the other applications that you're connected to, like your report writer. If we scroll down, you'll see that the Inspection Support Network will show your inspector their drive time from their house or their office, depending on your settings, to their first job, and from the first job to the second job. A very helpful tool. When you change tabs on your order form, the Inspection Support Network does an automatic save for you. So let's click Property, and you'll see inspection types. Inspection types are very important because the inspection types can tell the Inspection Support Network what agreement or agreements plural to send out, and even change the text on your emails that go out to clients and agents. But that will be for another video. Right now I'm going to click on Property Inspection for our property inspection type and put in some basic information. I put in 1960 and 3,200 square foot, and you can fill out as much or as little of the information as you would like to on each order form. You'll notice down at the bottom it says send email events for this order, send SMS or text events for this order, which you'll probably want to leave checked for most orders. You'll notice we also have a checkbox that says deliver report and attachments without payment or signature. This can be a great feature if under your settings for your Inspection Support Network you don't want clients or agents to be able to access the report unless the agreement has been signed and the report has been paid for. But we have deliver report and attachments without payment or signature so that you can override that setting in case you are billing escrow. Now let's click on Inspectors Date and Time, and here's going to be your list of inspectors. As an example, if you had 2 inspectors going out because you were training or maybe inspecting a large house, or you'd outsourced your radon or your termite, you could click on the additional inspector, and let's add Chris Schold as our additional inspector. If you're part of a multi-inspector firm, your scheduler probably will have the calendar open on another tab or possibly on a second screen. But we do have the calendar for primary inspector and calendar for all inspectors right here, so that if you're taking orders on an iPad or a smaller screen, as an example, you could click on calendar for primary inspector and you could see what spots are available. So if we know the day we want to book this inspection, we can click right on the date and our calendar will open up. And let's click on Friday the 5th. And let's pick our time, let's say 10 o'clock. And you'll see it will show if both inspectors are available, or the pink will show if you have any conflicting appointments on the schedule already. You can also click right here to signify that that inspector was indeed requested. Let's click on Client, and you'll see you have Create a New Client or Search for an Existing Client. A lot of times you're going to click on Create a New Client, and let's put in some information. I'm going to put in my name and my email. And I certainly would put in the client's cell phone number. I will mention here that if you have 2 clients with different names buying the same house, you could put, say, Dan Huber in the first name and Susie Jones in the last name area. And then after you put in your first email in the email address section, simply put a comma or a semicolon and the second email, and it will work perfectly. Now let's click on Buyer's Agent. If you've already sent the Inspection Support Network team your agent and agencies list and it's been loaded in, when you click in Search for the agent's name, your database should pop up. So in this example, if you were looking for Daniel Acosta, we could click here, and all of Daniel's information would indeed pop in. One of the other things you'll notice, it says agency. That way you can ask the agent, are you still at All Country Realty? That way, if they're not and they've moved, say, to Century 21, you can put your cursor right in the field and start to type the agency or real estate office, and then you could pick that specific real estate office. The seller's agent is going to work the exact same way as the buyer's agent. Now let's click over to environmentals. Your environmentals will be whatever kind of environmentals you do based on your setup under settings and office settings from a previous video. Let's click termite in this case, and now let's go over to fees. If you look over at the show fees for the base inspection fee, you'll see it shows $625. If you click on the show fees line, you'll see it showing us that based on 3,200 square foot is $550 and an additional $75 for the age fee. I'm going to click on cancel. So when you're taking a normal order, it will look like this. You would click on the 625 and it will auto-populate in. And if we were doing that termite, we click on the 65 and you'll see it added it up for us. I did put an example of GST, a tax, so if you're in a state that has tax, or if you're one of our Canadian users, that it will automate your tax. Everything is meant to be very simple, fast, and efficient on ISN. If you remember, I mentioned that if you change tabs, it does an automatic save for you. So I'm going to change tabs back to environmentals because I want to show you what an on hold or an incomplete order looks like on your calendar and what the difference is. I'm going to click on View Calendar to look at our calendar, and you'll see that we have an incomplete order started on Friday. It's light green and it purposely says incomplete. You'll also see in the upper left-hand corner the blue incomplete order warning. Both are reminding you have an incomplete or an on hold order. What that means is no emails or text events will go out. It is just a placeholder on your calendar. Now there's two ways to finish up our order. The first is review your complete orders up on the warning sign. I'm going to click review your incomplete order, and here you could find all of your incomplete orders. And if we clicked on the pencil icon, which always means edit through the Inspection Support Network, it would take you back to the order form and you can finish your order. The other way to finish your order, I'm going to go back to the calendar, would be simply to click right on the green incomplete order on Friday. If I do that, it will open up. I'm going to hold my cursor over options for this order, and you'll see I can do many things from here, like cancel or delete. Or in this case, let's edit the order and it will take us back to the order form. Now we want to finish up the order and take it from incomplete or on hold to a completely placed order ready to go where our emails and text events will go out. I'm going to click on review, and you'll see that there is a complete this order that is in pink down in the lower left hand corner, and the same box that does the same exact thing is on the upper left, complete this order. Those buttons do the exact same thing, and they take the order from incomplete or on hold to a ready-to-go order that will cause the emails and the text events to go out. So let's click on complete this order, and now you'll see your information about the buyer's agent, the map, what Google has for a street view, and all of your email events on when they're going to go out and who they're going to go out to. So let's go over to our calendar and look at the difference now that it's not an incomplete or on hold order. Let's click on View Calendar, and now you'll see that we have both inspectors, Steve and Chris, going out to the same job. And that's how simple it is to take an order on Inspection Support Network. Now, if you wanted to edit that order, change the time or the date, you could click right on either one of them. And again, hold our cursor over options for this order. And if we wanted to edit the order to change the time or date, we could click on edit this order and edit it accordingly. If we wanted to cancel or delete this order, we certainly could cancel or delete. For right now, enjoy testing, taking your orders, and I hope you're enjoying getting going on your inspection support network. Have a great day.